have the argument behind the camera. I was like, no, it has to be said on air. I'll start with TA. TA, what do you think about that video? Who was wrong? The teacher, the school, or the parents?
Well, I think they are both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I don't know why the teacher says that give the young lady hope because of the need. Maybe it's not part of the dress code.
For the
So
school.
the question is, has the dress code been communicated to the parents? So if that's yes, was that mentioned? And if that's yes, maybe the one, maybe mother is probably at fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I kind of agree because if the school and what am I doing? Please, TK, let's hear from you. TK, take it easy. Really need to just dive into the thing.
Let's break it down.
All right.
See, number one, it's difficult to fully comment on things like this because those who did the video will start from the aspect where it will tilt towards them. Let's break it down. Number one, the lady, the parent concerned, and the pupil are clients. You see, I'm a customer service person. Someone is your client. Okay. So the girl came to school and flouted the rules that don't do beats as she did beats. As you trying to attend to a client, do we think that the best thing to do was to send the child back home? What happened to you detaining the child in school and put a call through to the mother? Because she's around that age. She can't decide on things herself. She has a parent who is responsible to her. There's this video we've seen before too. I think another school entirely that said, I think maybe the child did not pay school fees or not.
Yeah.
Send the child back home. A small kid. What if something goes wrong in between going back home at that period? And they might ask us, what if I was not home? And you say, child back, what if there was nobody at home? Where would the child go to? So why send the child back home? It's your client. Look, you don't want to lose clients. You want to treat clients well. What happens when you pick up the phone and call the mother respectfully? Oh, madam, your daughter came to school today and she has flouted the rule. This is what the rule says. The approach matters. You get what I'm saying? If I doubt that moment will come to fight if that was done. If a call had been put through to the parents to say your daughter had flouted the rules. So in the act of managing your clients, that is wrong. Now, for the mother to come, of course, that's extremely wrong. But the victim in all of this is the child.
Of course, yes.
The child you have sent a very wrong signal to the child. And look, when you see things like this, though it's a 2-3 minutes video, it's a summary of what is wrong with our society.
Right.
We don't believe in following rules. Everybody feel I can do. My son, you see my hairstyle. This is like the logo in my house. The 3 boys, my son, my 2 sons. This is how we all cut our hair. When my son resumed to secondary school, the school said this is not allowed. I remember when my son got back from school, he was sad. Someone said my hair is too high. I need to go and trim it down, and everything has to be the same thing. The day I took him to the salon, he was crying. But I explained to him, I said, look, if you join an association, a group, and this is the rule, it's no longer about you again. It's not about what I like. It's not about what I feel like doing. It's about what the rule of that group says. If the group says everybody must wear yellow, and you don't like yellow, you have 2 options. You pull out of the group, or you wear yellow. So I told him, this is a lesson for you. That when you join any group, or you go to any group, you follow the rules. So the mother has sent a wrong message to that child that you can break rules. So I think the child, in this whole thing, the child is the victim. They are not wrong. The school is wrong because they did not manage that client relationship well. They will likely end up losing that student as a client.
I agree. But let's still continue to hear opinions. Please.
Let me look at it from a school owner perspective.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
As a school owner, I've come to realize what I understand every of the perspectives. I think there are parents who their reflex reaction or action to anything their child sees, whether it's about school, is to downplay whatever comes. So even some parents want to caution their children, they say things like to hell with your teacher. That's just their natural way of reacting. Now they send signals to such children that the teachers have behaved them. And when you have seen occasions where children deliberately do certain things because they know that their parents will follow them to school to fight, because they have that perception that the teacher is beneath them. And it comes from, it's obvious in how they talk, how they relate. Now, I'm not making excuses for the school. There's another thing, because we also encounter things, something like this. You know, a few weeks ago, our Muslim brothers celebrated their Eid, and many of them had to wear some of these costumes for their head to mark that activity. However, school had not been on vacation. So most times some of these things fall, but because the Christian fasting and the Muslim fasting came almost side by side, it affected the timing for this celebration. And some of them had to come to school in beads. But the right thing that most of those parents did on Monday was to come with their children and apologize that, oh, we have only 3 more days for this time to end. And we felt that since they will be traveling for Easter, please, it's a different thing. You see that there's a respect. I don't know, maybe you get what I'm trying to say. Because they came and they said that in the presence of the children, it was easier to address the situation with others that complied with our address code. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but if you know you are wrong, and then you give your child that impression that don't worry, go to school. If they do anything, we'll come there. I know parents that when we just started, Pastor TK, I was in trouble. My wife is too quiet. So I had a troublesome outlook to be able to manage diverse parents. So when they always target when I'm not around, probably I go to before they come to common. I've seen someone tear down the premises, shouting and making other neighbors come just because he wants to raise awareness and show that. So in a nutshell, one, it is obvious that in their dress code, the beads are not allowed. However, just like I've said, and some of the parents with us did, the mother was supposed to come to explain why the child was coming, not send the child to school or probably put a call. Oh, we understand you to. Please kindly forgive my child for so. If she had done that, it's easier for the school to reciprocate. But if there are antecedents where that woman comes several times to be rude to the school manager, take for instance, I have some families, like 2 families that they are not going to resume next time because of antecedents. I don't know, maybe I've made up my mind that fine. And you know the thing about troublesome parents, they also find a way to want to influence every other person to make other people feel foolish for actually complying with rules. So going forward, I'm appealing to parents that are listening. And see, don't always talk down on your children's teacher in the presence of your. If you have any aggression or you have anything that bothers you, go to the school management and sort it out. But once you use derogatory words because your child tells you something, the child begins to disrespect the teacher beyond what you have said. And it's easier for the school or the teacher involved to tag everyone in that manner. However, we as school owners must also learn to not show sentiment, play by the rules. When some people do bits today and you don't caution them, or you don't address it publicly, that social parents came to lay an apology, that I had to tell my wife to address it. Because you find that when we're not going to resume next time, 20 people will not come with me and you not start saying.
But sorry to bad you. There's a part I feel you did not address.
Okay.
And like I always say, every business, there are 2 people involved, or sometimes 3. 2 is that we have the business owners, the management, the staff, we have the clients. In this school business, the parents are your clients. You are the owner of the business. Now, if a client flouts your rule, how do you address it? Because that's I feel that was one. Because you are telling that if the parent had called earlier, the right thing to do, yes, I agree. Now, the parent who is your client did not call. How do you address it? Because I felt that the school also did not address it the way it ought to be addressed. They sent the child back home. I'm not excusing the woman for coming to fight. We have already talked about that one. We're talking about
How
do
this
you think
management
that the
should
school should have
address.
addressed that better? Find a better way that would have maybe not led to this.
I agree with you. Sometimes
but
most
I still want to
Okay.
talk. So hold on, please. I don't think the child was censored. In fact, she was not censored. They removed the beats. So the mother did not like that part, and she came in
The following day.
because
because they removed the beat.
Yeah.
So that's how
Okay, so that's
they
the following
removed
day.
the beat.
Okay, they came that the following day to complain about
Either the following day or that same day,
So
she
did
changed
you
on the
did
beat.
you still think that was right? Because listen.
Wait, I need him to, since we've clarified, I still need him to talk because our time is already almost gone. Okay, Reverend.
We are saying the same thing anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I think my brother actually making a point that the child is at fault, the mother and the teacher. But maturity is ability to that we should able to understand that everybody has an inch and boundary. Then the parents should also respect the boundary of the authority. Now, if the child came in with that deed and then he was not sent back to because why I said she wasn't sent back home. She was just the thing was being that's discipline. You see, some of our parents anyway, some of these people have this madness spirit. Yeah, arrogant. Look, just like she was not the way I'm seeing it.
She was not properly dressed.
Yes. Then she was being disciplined, removing the bead. It's what every school would have done. But the mother come the next day or even that same day. Okay, I assume it should be the next day. Yes, the teacher did my bead and all that. So okay, the mother should have come. And you that are sending your child to the school with such is school money. Yeah,
Allowed to do that.
yes.
So it's actually very wrong from your own part. Okay, that means parents are actually wrong.
So nobody has
Okay, wait, let me explain to you. Excuse me. What is going on here? It's our show. What is going on here? Being was removed on a student because of indiscipline. Nothing, definitely. Schools do not accept beats. We all know that.
We should know that.
Private schools don't accept beats. Public schools don't accept beats. And you did that without violence to the school. First, indiscipline. Second, it's excuse
I
me.
think we know the mother is wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
The problem is how the school address
Exactly.
it.
At the end of the day, the parents not properly dressed, causing a rancor, wanting to beat up a child. Now they are
A teacher
wanting to beat a teacher, and now because of the rancor, they are all scared. They had to lock the gate, and she took a stone, wanting to open the gate. How well do you think that woman is even behaving in front of her child? Of course. So I think she's not scaring her child. Because at the end of the day, she told the child to lie that she was beaten because of the beats. So they have to put it on camera like, did I beat you? Was it not only during the beat? Why are you looking at clients? I'm not looking at the video. Okay, very quickly.
I'm not against that woman is wrong. All the steps were wrong. I'm saying, as a school, customer service. No, right. Customer service. A parent brought a child to school. This child can't take decision now because she's a child. That means there's somebody at home who took that decision. For example, let me give you an example. I drop my children in school every day. So I drop my children in school, they resume 8 o'clock. I drop my children in school 8:10, and you have flogged my child. No, do you think you are fair to that child? That child did not make decision on when to get to school. It was the parents that dropped the child into school. No, let me go. So in this case, I felt remove it, perfect. But I think customer service, knowing that you want to manage your client, that put a simple call to the mother and saying that your daughter came to school with beads. It's against school. We have removed it. We have put the thing in our bag. You will see so when you get home. It's very rare for that parent to still come and fight. It's about managing your client.
Okay,
Okay,
so taking it from customer management,
Yeah.
that's what
That's
I'm
right.
so strong.
Yes.
Yeah, so the question, a lot of questions just kept running through my mind.
Yeah.
Right. So, what kind of school is this?
Mhm.
I mean, somebody may have. What kind of school is it? Is it public school?
It's definitely
Is
private
it
school.
private
It's a
school?
private school.
And you know, private school those days growing up, you know how it is. Nobody actually take a lot of students to school. They go to school by themselves.
Themselves.
You know, irrespective of thinking of when this child was dressed up, whether he or she was dressed up late, or whether he was prepared for school early or late. As long as you get to school late, you're definitely going to be punished. That's those days. But right now, I think what school authority also needs to learn is that things are changing, right? The level of tolerance of some of our parents is no longer the same as it used to be in the olden days. A lot of mothers, a lot of parents now are like, you know, Gen Z, and who are Gen Z is people who are
Is that a Gen Z?
and all of that, right? So you need to find a way to manage your customers. That's the angle it's coming from. So I know for that video to surface, or before that video even was taken, a lot of things may have happened. What was the manner of approach from the parent to the teacher and the teacher? It's all about people management. Yeah, manage people with emotional intelligence, knowing fully well that this person is actually my customers and it deserves some level of respect. However, that issue was approached, I think they are both wrong.
Okay, all right. Reverend.
I think she doesn't.
Okay, yeah, what are the questions?
Come on.
Did you
I
not
won.
win? You did not win.
I won.
You did not win.
You need to admit it. Wait. You did in my time. Reverend agreed with him. He would not be like, you won't vote because of this one. 1, 2,
No,
3.
sincerely speaking, I see what you're trying to say.
Yes.
I'm beginning to also question
Let me ask you a question.
certain.
Have you seen if the bank was in a bank, do you think that it would be done like this?
Back in what
If
scenario?
a client comes into the bank and is making noise and probably even to the point of probably even push or assault the staff, do you think they will address her like that?
They would have arrested the person.
No! They will have walked the client to the manager of the office and address the issue and the manager of the because no, it's not like we don't see some kind of places as business. School it's a business. No, this video was made. Let me see you and I. This video was made. Who do you think hurts more? The school brand or the parents?
The school brand.
The school brand.
Yeah.
It is the school brand that is hurts like this video hurts more. That's what I'm looking at it for. It's about your brand, it's about your school, it's about how you manage your you think I'm a parent now, I'll be comfortable taking my child to that school. I even assume that my head went crazy one day and I misbehaved your command that you were exposing to your boss at your clients.
Yeah.
You can
The
see
issue will always happen, but how do you manage the crisis?
example as well, you
And
manage
also, you must also prepare for some kind of customer behavior, right? So, in the teacher, from school management point of view, that you manage the school,
But
you have to train your teachers on
But
how
don't
to
you
manage different kinds of
But
things.
don't
Thank
you
you.
think people keep looking at how to manage people because you want to make money, you want to build brand without instilling discipline and hold values? Don't you think we will be losing?
No.
losing a lot?
I would
society?
rather address it well and tell them this thing you can do in school.
But that does not mean
There are a whole lot of them.
Withdraw your child somewhere
Both
else.
discipline, both customer management principle can be achieved at the same time. It's just a matter of process. I think we call it SOP, standard operating procedure. So if this happens, you must apprehend some of these behaviors. First of all, it's about even defining the expected behavior and unwanted behavior and communicate ahead of time. That's why I started with communication, right? And also, even if you have communicated, don't assume that all parents, right? Because sometimes we used to have a parent-teachers meeting. How are you so sure that this particular parent, was at the meeting? So before you start enforcing law, you have to also give room for, for improvement, communication, patience, and just to ensure that everybody is satisfied, even as you are enforcing.
Okay, to wrap up this topic, I would say first, carrying up the phone and putting up on social media, I do not agree with that. That especially the way that's coming from even the school, I don't agree with that. But you see, taking off the beat from the baby, I'm absolutely going with that.
I agree with you too.
Okay.
No,
So I want to.
I agree with you. The one area where I said
Was
the school was communication aspect. You have been able to beat, put it in
Should
the
have
bag.
communicated.
Because you know what? Children are very funny. Children, I was my school PTA meeting. Yes,
How
last
are you
week.
sure? But I'm really sure that the school didn't call you.
That's
No,
another point.
I don't think no, she was in that meeting. She was angry. She said everything else, but she was
No, but you could hear the conversation the teacher, I don't know,
yes.
the conversation the teacher was having, that the mother instilled a lot of false information to come to be said in school.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But she never mentioned that we called her. You see, children can also be very manipulative.
Okay, do you think this would also work? Because we need to go to the last one. Do you think this would have also worked if they had told the child to relay the message to the parents? That this is the reason why they pulled out 5 feet. Do you think that would have worked?
We don't want to trust children with that kind of information. When I can sit directly with the parents.
Actually wrong.
To tell the child.
Yes, it's wrong to do that. Honestly, I think the first thing should have
call
been a
the parent.
communication to
To the
Or a note.
parent.
Even if it's not a
You can imagine,
Yeah.
the parent may not know, honestly, and you can imagine you dress your child, probably you spend some money making that hair. You know, those days, this thing, that's why I said that the level of tolerance, those days, if you go to school anyhow, your teacher will even dress your hair, you know, anyhow, you do some kind of style.
You know,
when you get to
I'm
it,
saying
something
that
like
make a point before. You say that before your haircut now is not allowed in your child's school. Now, the point I'm making, if we say that the boys are wrong, yes, I'm agree with you in one part. Okay? Now, the attitude of this woman, this very parent, is totally wrong.
No, I agree with you now. No, that's not it. That's not
That's an agreement. That's an agreement.
So
I'm sure that
Reverend,
something must have triggered action. Right. So I don't even want to go because we don't even.
It's a small. I don't think there are some people that need to be triggered.
No,
There are some
wait.
people that don't
Wait.
need to be triggered that
Reverend,
much.
have you walked into a bank before and you are furious with the kind of sound they give you? Have you raised your voice before in the bank?
I have done
No, I don't remember that I walked. You pick up the phone and we call you.
No, I can't just because what happened to me.
No, they are sitting there like you said, they are clients that client is agreed. That's an ample. I did coffee straight.
We should know. According to what you said, sir. Sir, put up a bill. We also know that put up a bill.
You have agreed. No, that one. Those people that have agreed with that one. The
At
charge
this
is
point,
correct.
that's
You are
praise
saying.
the Lord. Praise the Lord. Because I don't know what to do. Teacher,
I shall watch. 1, 2, 3.
no worries, guys. You know what? I really wanted us to talk about this OPM pastor that gave you. Yes, we see. TK, our first term. 1 minute each. If you want to react, 1 minute each. We all know what went on with OPM pastor, giving his child to, a woman, and the woman claims to be a virgin, autistic child, special child, to a woman, and the woman claiming she's a virgin, only for us to know that she has a husband who is late and with 3 kids. Very quickly before we go, we have about less than 5 minutes. TA, what do you think about that?
You always start. You live prophet,
How does that in your place?
Anyway, I watched the video and I think I saw a lot of comments. And somebody was saying that the pastor was just trying to be helpful, right? Trying to help. Then another comment came and said, well, you don't use this kind of things to actually help. If you say you need a caregiver or someone that can take care of that child, right? And that would have been a better arrangement rather than say you want to marry off the lady, a child to a woman that can take care of him. So I think it's about devaluing marriage. Yeah, it's lack of understanding of marriage is truly.
Why you cold stone?
Yeah, I don't find it funny now. So yeah, that child, that is a child. That guy is a child. I don't want to know how old he is, right? Especially in this situation. So you need someone that can take care of the child and not to marry him off to someone that is even old enough to be his grandmother. Look at the woman as a child.
All right. No, not the kid.
Let's
I will sue you. I will sue you on this show.
Let's
Okay, fine, TK.
I think he has just question of mine.
Okay.
What that child needs is marriage to financial gains. I will give you this. So there's even talk about love. You don't talk about compatibility. It's talking about giving those things out. So anybody who comes to marry that guy is coming for those reasons. Do you know what it means to stay in a house with an autistic child? Do you know the kind of patience you will need? Except you love that child, you can't stand it. So that marriage will do more harm than good to that boy. So what the boy needs is a caregiver, not marriage.
Okay, so I'm gonna be being
It's not from you.
It's okay. Now I'm going to read out the aspect a lot of people are focusing on. I'm not saying let's focus on that in general, but there's another thing he mentioned. He said is sexual urge, meaning that he's even scared to put him in a room with every other child because of it. That even when they have to take his birth and all of that, the sexual urge is very high, and he does not want maybe he molesting anybody or anybody molesting him, so he's trying to curb that. Now my question is, we all say caregiver. Will caregiver also help in that aspect? Because I think he was also positioning himself in that aspect. What do you say, Ken?
Honestly, I watched that video and there are quite a lot of people I mentored that I told them my mind, and I'm going to say it in 3 sentences. One, marriage, that guy is not going to get companionship. He needs what the guy needs psychologically, what he needs emotionally is not found in marriage. It's not going to be found in marriage. In fact, not even the caliber of person that was gotten for him. Two, I'm also of the opinion that they should have explored education for special needs. There are schools, especially in this Lagos, that have we have had the opportunity to speak in such settings. We have people that have special, even in fact, those normal children you think are normal, actually there is dyslexia, there is dyscalculia. They may not be autistic, they may not, but they have several more that we have now in the education realm found solutions for. So he should have taken him to the school for special needs. That's my second point. Lastly, if marriage is now an option, growing in a school with special needs for few years, maybe 3-4 years, would have helped him maintain the balance. I know people that went to school, that are blind, that went to school for the blind, that can now do several things by themselves and are now ready for marriage. So some of those schools help to reposition their mindset and take care of them to be ready for what. So you jump in home.
Oh, okay. All right. The schooling can even has gotten very quickly to Reverend. Very quickly.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Thank you. I think my brothers was yes, because I'm not. I don't have enough man helping whatever. I really appreciate what the man is doing. But let me say something. My father says when a helping hand is associated with an insult, please open the door, cut it off. Now this kind of helping hands is abuse. Number one. My problem is not giving what the man did. My problem is the ways of that old woman. Coming up the next day, the man came to the hotel, according to what I saw, and find out that the woman is not a virgin. Now, number two, my problem is using the name of the Lord. Imagine what the woman says, that the Lord spoke to her and asking her to take that this is a sacrifice she wants to do. Now, a sacrifice now is really means that Jesus died. Now, does God give us Jesus and place an amount of money? No, yes. The answer is no. Now, so what I'm saying is this: the pastor actually what he did is totally wrong. Okay, totally wrong. It's an abuse of money, whatever. There are better way he could have. Yes, helping that child. Rather than giving it to quality marriage.
I don't even agree, especially even when we look very normal. You can't just hand us into marriage just like that.
Even the boy himself, he didn't know that's it. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want them to yank us off. Our time is already up, but I would like to say this. Thank you so much, TA. Thank you, TK. Thank you, Femi, and thank you, Reverend, for being on the show. And I'm sorry we did not pick calls today. You can see how hurt it is on the table today. Imagine picking calls. It's not possible. TK, we won. I won today. I don't care what you think. I'll see you. I'll see you on Monday. I mean, just all of you out there. Bye-bye. I won.